Hello everybody and welcome back to the Retrocooning Collectors channel, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron. And first, like always, let's take a look at this box. So here in the front you see Armada Megatron right there. You can see him in his robot mode and his tank mode. Got that nice Legacy Evolution logo down there. As up there, there's his QR code. On this side, you just have the Legacy Evolution art. On the back here, you have him in his robot mode, his tank mode. There it's showing that you can put the barrel of the tank on his hand. And up here it shows that you can flip the tank turret around to the front. Pretty cool. It's just some more art of Megatron there. That is about it for the box, so let's get that out of here and bring him back in. Alright, so taking a look at this Megatron here. So, I have not seen all of Transformers Armada. I have seen some bits of it, and I saw it when I was a bit younger. So, it would be kind of nice to go back and do a little bit of refresh on this series. But this figure is really, really cool looking. Definitely reminds me of what I remember as Armada Megatron. Very, very cool. As you can see, there's a lot of different colors going on in here. There's this nice silver, this nice black, got a lot of little hits of orange, got a bunch of purple. Very cool. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned green or not, but definitely a lot of green. Even some yellow on the back there. There's a lot of different colors going on here. But very cool looking figure. Definitely seems accurate to the animation model, as well as trying to be accurate to the Armada toy, which is very cool. He does not have all the gimmicks that the Armada toy had. The Unicron trilogy figures were known for having a lot of play value and a lot of gimmicks to them. These legacy figures kind of strip that to make it as good looking as it can. But as you can see, this is kind of like a remnant of that. How his hand is a little bit different here. I believe his hand had like a flip out dagger. But that gimmick is obviously not carried over in this figure. But the hand is kind of just a reminder of that. A very, very cool looking robot mode here. I definitely like all the different colors. It's definitely not a G1 Megatron, but it definitely has kind of the same feeling. You can tell that this is a evil character not to be messed with. Very, very cool. Get a little close-up view on that face. Very nice looking. There even might be like a really dark blue on that helmet, actually. Very nice looking. All in all, I really like how this guy looks. But his articulation is a little funky up in the arms. I'll show you that. But his head is on a ball joint, so his head can go full 360. There we go. Get a little bit up and down, a little bit of side to side. His arms are actually mounted to the back of this shoulder pylon piece, so you can kind of move this out of the way to get his arms straight up. You can also go straight, not quite straight out actually. But he does have a bicep rotation. A little bit past 90 degrees on an elbow joint. He does have wrist articulation as well as wrist in and out. But as I'm sure you've already seen, because this is mounted to the actual shoulder pylon, not the body, when you push it down, that pylon just kind of pulls out. Due to the transformation, there's not really a way they could have done this, but it would have been nice if they could have had like a little tab or something up in here. Kind of just click that into place. But it doesn't seem like they could find a way to get that to work, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's whatever. He does have I guess not really. This section here can rotate. I thought it would be a double waist rotation, but not really actually. But he does have waist articulation. You can move the turret around a little bit to kind of get him posed a little bit different. But he does have soft ratchet joints, so he can kick out that far. Get that tank turret out of the way. He can kick back pretty far until he hits that tank turret, and I feel like if the tank turret was not there, he could kick back further than that. And then no ratchet joint out to the side, but he can pull pretty much a full split there. He's got thigh rotation, as well as a ratcheted knee joint, about 90 degrees. Ankle tilt with that nice little filler piece that I really like. And his toes can kind of move, but they're super stiff on my copy. So all in all, pretty decent articulation on the guy, except for just that. That's about my only complaint. But very cool. As for accessories, he kind of doesn't have any, but I will count this. The turret of his tank back here can pop off. And you can spin his hand around, revealing a 5mm port where you can peg that in. I believe he kind of does this sometimes in the show, where his hand becomes his cannon. But instead of a lot of accessories, he kind of has different functionality, where you can adjust the tank turret up to there, which looks kind of cool. Kind of has like a side cannon going there. But you can also pop this down like this, rotate this up, and it does stop right there and right there. So it doesn't actually have full 360 on the turret. But you can push it up like that, rotate him around at the waist, and bring it back down, rotate him around at the torso, going this way. And then his turret is in the front. You can kind of get him posed up like this. This does also move. So that's what he's doing on the back of the box there. He can kind of use his cannon in the front. Kind of neat. I don't tend to display my figure like this, but it is kind of a cool option. Pop this all back. Swing this all back around. Just like that. And I don't know if you would really count this. You see those shoulders are kind of annoying. I'm not going to count this as an accessory, but I will just kind of show this, that his little helmet crests do just come off. They're just held in with 2 pegs on each side. So those can just come off and pop back in. Actually had it fall off on me once. Very cool figure, and he's actually a pretty big leader class figure. So for some size comparisons, here we have Megatron, and here we have Megatron. Scoot them guys over a little bit. And here we have Megatron. Oh, Megatron doesn't want to stand. There we go. Kind of smush these guys together a little bit here. And here we have Megatron. So there's just a whole bunch of Megatrons. Kind of give you a rough estimate on his size. He's a pretty good size leader class figure, actually. Let's get these guys out of here and let's do a better comparison. But there we have Leader Armada Megatron versus Siege Voyager Megatron. Give you a better idea of the actual scale there. Get him out of here, and just to kind of give you a better one-on-one look, there is 2 Leader Megatrons, Armada and Beast Wars Megatron. Those 2 scale pretty well with each other, actually. They're very near the same height, like head to head. Obviously he's taller, but get him out of there. And finally, here is Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Megatron, who is just monstrous. This is a big figure. We can get him out of there, and we can do... Oh, hey, I found another Megatron. Holy cow, look at that. There is Minor Megatron. Alright, enough Megatrons, though. We can do a little deluxe comparison with Devcon, one of his wave mates. So that's just a deluxe to a leader. Get him out of there. And we can go ahead and get this guy transformed up. To check out the transformation guide, like always, it'll be down in the description as well as right up here. Alright, so here we have the Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron in his tank mode. When they first announced this guy and I saw this tank, I kinda thought it was just gonna be like an upscale retool of that Voyager Earthrise Siege mold. But it's actually not, and it's almost easier to transform, to be honest. Very, very similar. Like, there's a lot of points on it that I noticed that I was like, oh yeah, the feet are right in the back. This is the arms. Except the arms would fold up on top, I guess, on the Siege version. It's just, really, I thought it was a retool of that, and it's not, which is neat. It's actually a lot bigger. But very cool. As you can see, a lot of the colors kind of get tucked in. It's primarily green. It does have little wheels, and it rolls pretty well, actually. His tank has articulation straight up, quite a bit down, all the way to that point, and all the way to that point on that side. Very cool. It is also asymmetrical at like every point. This side is different than this side. This piece is different than this piece. And this piece is different than this piece, which is kind of neat. I kind of like that. A little bit of subtle asymmetry there. And he is covered in 5mm ports, which I know they haven't done minicons, but they might. But this guy is definitely full of 5mm ports for possibly that in the future. I don't know. Be neat. But definitely cool. You can still see a lot of that like orange. There's almost more yellow in this mode than there was in robot mode. The majority of the purple hides away. It's just kind of there and there. And if you want to count it, you can totally see his hips, but not really supposed to see that. But very cool looking tank mode here. Like I said, it is a bit bigger than the Siege version. And to kind of show you that, here is the Siege Megatron. So let's stand these guys up so I can kind of show you this. There you go. So the Armada leader is a bit bigger than the Siege Voyager. It's wider, it's longer. It's maybe like a tiny bit taller too. But very cool looking tanks. Definitely like how these two look. And you can kind of see where I got the idea that they were retools. Because they do definitely look similar. Like the feet are in the back. This section here is the leg. The leg folds up right here. Turret's on top, which is just a tank thing. And both heads are right here. This one's exposed. This one's all covered up by a plate. It's like I definitely thought these were retools, but they are not. This is definitely different than this. It's similar, but definitely its own thing. We can get him out of here. And for another comparison, here we have IDW Humble Origins Optimus Prime, or Orion Pax, I think. But very cool. This just showed up today. This is a retool of Siege Hound. You can kind of see the size difference there. That's a deluxe to a leader. There we go. Very neat. Get him out of here, though. And with that being said, we can go ahead and get Megatron transformed back into his robot mode and finish this video up. Once again, transformation guide down in the description, right up here. Alright, so bringing him back in here in his robot mode. So to finish this video up, I definitely really like this guy. It makes me want to go back and rewatch Armada. Very, very neat looking. I like all the different colors. The green really pops, the purple really pops, the silver really pops, the orange really pops. Heck, even the yellow kind of pops if you look at it, right? But all in all, very cool figure. Very nice looking. Looks very true to the old Armada universe show and toy. Very, very cool figure. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're into Armada. If you grew up with Armada, definitely pick this up because it's a very good figure. All that being said, I hope you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All that fun stuff. And if you want to be like these awesome people here, check me out on Patreon. Link is down in the description. All that being said, I hope you have a good night, and I hope you check out some more videos.